It's so unfair. Of course it's unfair. We're women. Our choices are never easy.
21 years later, how has a woman's condition in the industry changed behind the camera? Who are those women who changed the game by integrating which used to be a male-dominated business? This is what we're going to figure out through an international perspective of 3 countries. Let's start with France. In 1970, Musée d'Or Association helped women specifically in the French film industry, but it wasn't until 1975 that the right to abortion changed the woman's position in society. One female filmmaker that is at the forefront of this movement is Lisa Azuelos. Lisa Azuelos is a French director, writer, and producer. Lisa has made films that focus intently on promoting a feminist message. Lisa makes an effort to help promote women in a variety of roles in French cinema, in front and behind the camera. Mademoiselle Dalida! She casts women in prominent roles in all of her movies. Her movies have been successful in France and America, and she garners the opportunity to often work off of a larger budget than most because of this success. Here we have some of the most successful French movies produced by women. Number 3, Police, directed and written by May Wan, 2012. The film about a child production unit of Paris police obtained a jury prize at the Cannes Film Festival. It reached $20.3 million at the box office. Number 2, La Rafale, directed and written by Rose Bosch, 2010. Based on true events and real characters, the movie focuses on a young Jewish Parisian and his family who are taken by the Germans. It reached $25.3 million at the box office. Number 1, Laugh Out Loud, directed and written by Lisa Azuelos, 2008. The plot about a teenage girl nicknamed LOL. It's considered the most successful French movie produced by a woman. It reached $32.8 million at the box office. $3.5 million is the average budget produced by women. 21% of French movies were produced by women. Women have 33% of the participation in the film industry. 17 movies by women reached $1 million at the box office. Now let's talk about Argentina. The film law in 1994 gave women more participation in the film industry when female directors and producers got noticed. One of the standouts from this group, Lucrecia Martel. Lucrecia Martel is one of the most important filmmakers from Argentina. With only 4 films, she has put a high bar when it comes to the box office, while doing it in a very unique style that is impossible to recognize. She's the voice of feminist filmmaking in Latin America, as she's one of the faces of the so-called New Argentinian Film. Here are some of the most successful films from Argentina produced by women. Number 3, Muerte en Buenos Aires, director Natalie Meta, 2014. In the 1980s, Detective Chavez has the task of solving a mysterious crime in the city of Buenos Aires. Viewers, 464,622. Number 2, Absurda, directed by Daniela Golgi, 2015. A teenager starts dating an older boy she met online, but unrequited love becomes an obsession that drags her into anorexia. Viewers, 784,717. Number 1, Gilda, directed by Lorena Munoz, 2016. The rise and success of Gilda, Argentinian singer, known for her authenticity, charisma, and the vindication of women's rights. Viewers, 1,023,765. Between the last decade, 1,622 films were released, and 13% of those were directed by women. Sexual objectification is an issue. Women appear 15 times more in sexy clothing than men, and 3 times more in a complete or partial nudity. Only 37% of the speaking characters in films are female. Now let's talk about Spain. In the 1980s, Pedro Almodóvar and his representation of women in films gave a different position and meaning to their role in the movies. His relationship with women was so relevant, even Spanish singer Sabina wrote a song based on the famous phrase, "I want to be an Almodóvar girl." Una chica Almodóvar, como la Maura, como Isabel Cochet is one of the most important female directors in Spain. She won her first Goya for the Secret Life Awards, which was also awarded Best Script and Best Movie. She even made films in the USA like Things I Never Told You with Leslie Mann. She also has a great career internationally with films like My Life Without Me, in a co-production with Canada. Sadly, most of her movies had to be co-productions due to the still lack of financing for movies made by women. She supports young women in film through her independent company Miss Wasabi, focused in small projects like film.
He so jealously guards his privacy after the tragic death of his beloved wife.
I'd freeze.
If I go to your place, will you do something for me?
Here are some of the most successful movies from Spain produced by women. Number 3, Maria and the Others, written and directed by Nelly Rigura, 2016. A woman must learn to live on her own for the first time after her father, who has been taking care of her, decides to marry again. Viewers, 16,903. Number 2, The Secret Life of Words, written and directed by Isabel Cochet, 2005. An unusual love story between a lonely and partially deaf nurse and her burnt patient. 685,003 viewers. It got 4 Goya Awards. Number 1, Take My Eyes, written and directed by Isiar Bolin, 2003. A social drama film about a woman trapped in an abusive relationship. Critically acclaimed for its uncliched treatment of domestic violence. 1,063,389 viewers. It won 7 Goya Awards. In 2015, 90% of the films released were directed by females. Female screenwriters are 12% of the total, producers 24%, and DPs 9%. 37% of film roles are female. Female workers represent 29% against 71%. Where does all this leave us? Well, it would be too soon to say that women already run the entertainment world, as they are still fighting to get some credit in the film industry. Nonetheless, as seen previously, women are grabbing opportunities and their movies are shining on the screen. The last few months and all the scandals in Hollywood on sexual harassment has shown us that the film industry, as modern as it is, still needs new configurations in which women would get the place they deserve. Thank you.